Hey, I got 7 o'clock, rising time. This is the town board meeting on Farmington, March 11th. And we're calling the meeting to order. We have a full board here tonight. And first thing we do is the pledge of allegiance, and Ralph, you lead us to the pledge. Sure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Here, Ralph. I have no public hearings tonight. Approval of the minutes from the last meeting was town board February 25th. So, Mike, second by Ron. All in favor?
Aye. Abstain.
I'll abstain. Next thing on the agenda is privilege of the floor or public concerns. Yes, sir. State your name and address for the town clerk.
Rod, 5795 Farmington Town Line Road, and I'm just seeing if I had any info for the engineer that I need. For the possible some sort of hookup.
I actually emailed Supervisor Simpson and he said he was going to get back to me, but I haven't heard back from him yet. I noticed on the county public records that the property is in your wife and somebody else's name.
Wife's name, yes.
Yeah, so Canada and us are gonna need a request from the two of them as the property owners to progress.
Well, one's around anymore, the other one is no longer here.
Okay.
That would be her mother.
All right, and your wife didn't just explain that in a letter, but you know, the county records, you know, don't list you, so I gotta actually, us in Canada, we actually gotta have a letter saying that she wants to explore the sewer conditions and all that, and then our staff will get Mark's engineering the information that you need to proceed. Or ask Mark's engineering some questions.
So you need to see what he needs,
Are you,
you need to see what he needs, or you're good.
I don't know what you got there, but we'll be glad to take a copy of it.
Having up,
Yep, no,
From the engineer?
this is from the engineer.
sure.
Tells you what he wants me to do, the lake work and all that, so.
You want me to go make a copy of that quick?
Yeah, so town clerk has a copy and also for the water and sewer. What's that? Left the machine on for you. Okay. Anybody else online, public concerns, or privilege of the floor? Hey, we'll just be a minute here while Augie's making the copies for us.
There you go.
All right, we'll go there, thank you. All right. Hearing no other privilege of the floor, public concerns, next thing on the agenda is the reports of standing committees, public works.
The water and sewer side of things, they're working on some quotes for some heaters and exhaust fans in the influent building. Sent out some semi-annual samples out for testing. Working on some quotes, for our 5-year inspections of our chemical tanks down there. Reported some breaks and repairs, to the belt filter press, VFD and polyblend for the belt press, and also a pump on one of the trickling filters. Also some work on several pump stations, PS2 they had an issue with. He is 19 and then 28, so. Always something to keep him busy. They're working on a plan to replace the oil water separator in the shop, just due to aging condition of that. Also working on, another option for electrical work at the plant. Several water main breaks. Since the last meeting, also had to replace a hydrant on number 8 that was hit a few weeks back. Working on several items at the plant as well. We've been working on a handicap ramp at the office. And also getting some quotes on painting down there as well. A lot of this stuff's ongoing, manhole inspections. We do have a resolution tonight for manhole relining. And they're doing various inspections throughout the system and different properties. Like I said, there's one resolution for the manhole lining, also a second resolution for some parts for a PRV pump. I'll let Aaron touch on anything else he wants to hit on. Highway and parks. Again, a lot of the stuff is ongoing, equipment maintenance we bring up every time. Plowing and salting in the past, obviously with the warmer weather, that's curtailed for now. Patching potholes, working on tree removals, and fix the catch basin down in Retention Park. When the snow was here, they were pulling out of the cul-de-sacs and hauling ice control sand from a local vendor. Also reported the Green Renewables has started grinding the brush pile up on Hook Road. And worked on installing some street signs in Farmbrook 7A and 7B. Parkside, again, plowing, salting, snow blowing sidewalks. Working on getting the summer equipment ready to go and getting picnic tables, benches painted. And they also painted the wall here at the town hall, down in the basement. He's got one resolution on the agenda tonight for a new truck. That's all I got.
Thank you. Town operations.
Town operations met this morning. We have a resolution for release of funds for the Hathaway Corners. The town has submitted an infrastructure grant application to the clerk of the Ontario Board of Supervisors. And this is a project that's going to be funded through the Empire State Infrastructure Grant Program. It's for about $612,000. And it's to enable the construction of the Beaver Creek Sanitary Sewer Force Main Project and the Matencia Road Gravity Main Project. And both of these are to provide infrastructure to meet existing and pending residential development needs. Also, the Morano Homes has requested to hold off on until spring for the alignment of the Stone Dust Trail for the Auburn Trail sidewalk to the sidewalk, and also it'll be blacktop. Stone Dust Trail needs to be blacked up, and that'll be for the spring too. Well, next meeting, we'll probably have 3 new chapters for the code. On the building side, one report on the iWorks system update. There was some kinks in it, but everything was kind of straightened down. Everything seems to be working pretty well down there. All right.
Yep.
Okay, all right. That's all I have.
Thanks, Mike.
Sorry, I didn't mean to wait you up.
I was writing, I wasn't listening.
Reports of other town officials, supervisor, Wood Drive Bridge lane restriction went into effect February 21st. County Sheriff, road patrols, and New York State Police are monitoring the area for violators. To date, over 25 tickets have been issued. Our staff is preparing their next newsletter articles, and we have a tentative date of April 4th to get it in the mail to the residents, relying obviously on the printer for that. Ontario County, last Thursday was the Board of Supervisors meeting, and the next set of committee meetings are the week of March 17th. And that's all I have. Highway and Parks.
I'll report, not that there's much to report on the salt situation. I still don't have any in yet. The county did contract to get some out of Canada. We're supposed to be getting 500 ton. I talked to Jim Fletcher in Canada, but he said those should start coming in this week. We just don't know who's getting them first. but they're supposed to start trucking that. The two trucks that we ordered way back in April of 2023 are finally in production at International being built. As soon as those are done, they'll be delivered up to Viking Savez up in Harrisville. And they'll probably sit there for a while before they're get a body put on because they're so backlogged that because they couldn't get trucks and now they're getting trucks. Don't really have a time frame on that. The F-550 that we ordered for this year is already in at Viking. But the body isn't there until July. Waiting on that. So with these long lead times on the bodies, the dealerships have been asking us if we would pay for the chassis up front. Pay for the chassis portion of it, and once the truck's complete with the body, pay off the rest, and then, you know, the warranty or anything wouldn't start until then. International's gonna ask for the same thing, because they just have so many trucks on their floor plan that they're not getting any money for until they're done, so. I know I talked to Pete about it today, and I think probably go ahead and do that.
Yeah, we kicked around Public Works this morning and luckily the quotes we get every year separate the truck chassis equipment from the snow plow and dump body equipment and standard.
Mhm.
So we would be able to separate that chassis payment.
Last week I did go down to Albany for Advocacy Day. I did see an email come in late this afternoon that they are upping the CHIPS money, or the Senate and the Assembly both have put more money in there to propose. So we'll see if that gets through the budget. So our presence down there definitely made a difference. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that money will get passed in the budget now. Or the
There were so many highway superintendents down there that I couldn't catch you in the picture.
I was on the stairs. A sea of orange there somewhere.
Yeah, a lot of people in the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, there's over, well, they said 700, so. And just a little bit to report on the park side. Jeff and his crew did go out and put up the tennis ball and pickleball nets. You know, there's some warm weather, though. They stuck them up in the parks today, so people will be able to get out there probably this week and play some pickleball. They're actually gonna unlock the bathrooms at Hortensia Lodge this weekend. Just so if people are down there playing, that they're not going in bothering the people in the lodge with the bathroom.
Right.
So unlock the outside one. That's really the only one we can do because it's the only one that doesn't need to be winterized. And it is still winter.
There was people playing in Pumpkin Hut when we drove through tonight.
Was there?
I think there had to be 14 kids out there playing.
Yeah.
Are they waiting on the mulch or anything put down around the park? The place that?
Actually, they got the rubber all in there, so the playground is pretty much done. They gotta put once the dirt falls out, they gotta topsoil around the outside of it. But playground's pretty much done. They got all the rubber in there and.
The
Just
Boy,
have an answer when I get asked.
Yeah,
Boy Scout Eagle project is,
so that is down there.
you know,
So he got it down there. It's sitting there. We gotta, you know, zero in on a place to put it, and once it's soft enough to level it off, so we can, and he's supposed to come back and put it in. They will get a hold of him and probably we can let him know when we get it leveled off. We'll level the spot off.
Yeah.
And then you could come down and stick it in there.
very good. Anything else?
No.
Town clerk?
Yes, next Wednesday, the Ontario County Municipal Clerk Association will be meeting at the Town of Hopewell with the Teddy Tales. I'm excited. And we're still working on taxes till the end of the month, and then we're gonna start scanning some of the payroll.
Water and sewer.
Yes, Steve summarized, we're quite busy in water and sewer. We've had a number of main breaks and service leaks that we responded to. We just got a text from Josh that just wrapped up 2 service leaks this afternoon up on Wendigo in Farmbrook.
Really?
2 back to back, one that we knew about and the other one was leaking when they exposed it. So they just wrapped that up. We have another one scheduled for tomorrow in Hickory Rise on Kennebec. And we're gonna come over and help Tim with a little bit of storm televising on Thursday. We're continuing to chew through the rest of the manholes that we haven't inspected yet. We're getting into the tough places that nobody's been into in a while. We entered Eden Mall to look at some of the manholes that are actually inside the mall that are ours. We'll be heading into Finger Lakes Racetrack and Gaming to look at some manholes in there tomorrow. Probably the other notable item right now is that we started the work to replace the heat exchanger for the digesters down at the wastewater plant. The guys started disassembling the piping today. It's our hope to have that installed and online and functional by the end of the month.
That pipe up in Wendigo, the one we're replacing. One up Cranberry.
It is like the Cranberry. I'm not sure if Wendigo was part of the scope.
Yeah, it's not going off into Wendigo.
No, so then this would,
Is into Wendigo?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right, thanks, Aaron. Augie, building and zoning.
So we had 12 fire inspections completed in the month of February. 56 permits were issued, and we completed 461 permit inspections. Again, a majority of those were closeouts for the hailstorm. So we're trying to keep up on that to get as many closed out as possible that are completed. And that's ongoing. We responded to 2 fire calls over the early between February and this month. As Mike alluded to, we're continuing the software training, so hopefully that'll be complete, and that portion for the residents will be up and operational end of this month or early April. That'll give them the access to do everything online for submittals. One item I forgot to mention this morning, Creekwood Townhomes, which is at the end of Redfern, Runningbrook, that connects to Pintail, that's under construction, or they're clearing all the trees at this point, so heavy presence over there, just so everybody's aware as well. That's all I got.
Thank you. Planning board, Ed.
Got it. Next meeting is the 19th. We have a public meeting scheduled for the final site plan amendment for DeKalb LLC. That's the accessory structure building and site improvements on Gateway Drive located at the northeast corner of intersection of Gateway Drive and Plaster Mill Road. Then we have a number, 4 to be exact, of items to determine their completeness and schedule a public hearing. We have Villager Construction on Loomis. We have Mattis Subdivision Track, the preliminary 4-lot along Kite Road. We have the Matisse Subdivision Track Special Use Permit and final site plan amendment, and a final site plan amendment for Myers Finger Lakes RV. One of the things that the Villager one did, they want to waive the sidewalk requirement, which we'll discuss in earnest at the meeting, come up with a solution there. We don't have any sidewalks on Loomis, I don't believe, as it is. Doesn't mean we don't want to come up with a way to make sure that in the future it'll get taken care of, so we'll talk about that.
Similar to the ambulance corps.
Hmm?
Similar to the ambulance corps down here.
Exactly.
All right. No town engineers tonight, no historian, and no director of planning and development. Mark, recreation.
Recreation, just starting to get busy now. First announcement is our Easter egg hunt, our annual Easter egg hunt will be on April 12th at 11 a.m. sharp here at the town hall.
We're currently working on that. We've reached out to the Victor Key Club for volunteers, which have they always been great to help out and send volunteers over to work with us. Summer recreation is just starting now. I've updated the website with information and the recreation flyer for that. Recreation will run from June 30th to August 8th this year. Working on field trips, looks like 3 out of park field trips this year will be to Whitcomb Farms, to Seabreeze, and to Roseland Bowling. With that, and then I'm working on for field trips here on site, a little less expensive. Hiring, I sent out information for hirees from last year if they're gonna come back. It looks like we're gonna need to hire some new people. We're gonna need a couple leaders, assistants, and CITs, which that has also gone out, which I'll also send information to do an email blast to you guys, put it on Facebook. We'll be putting it out, so we're currently working on that. And then working on senior trips. They're kind of working on it on their own to choose what trips they're going to. We decided that we've always offered a discount to the senior citizens when they go on the trip, and that would be a $65 for day trip and then $100 for overnight trips as a set fee. So if it's $100, they're paying $35 for the trip instead of the $100. We take care of that. So, and we probably have 5 to 10 a year go on a trip. I think there was like 5 last year, and the trips are just starting again, and they work directly with the bus tour group themselves to choose what trips they want to go to.
As many retirees we have in town and everything, they really don't take advantage.
They don't, and that's one of the, I've talked to them and said, you let me know what you want. Trip wise, you know, we'll work with you. We want you to utilize the services that we provide. So hopefully we'll get more and more, and that'll be a good problem to have.
Sure. Friday's the deadline for the newsletter.
I already got all my stuff in.
Okay, you didn't copy me in.
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't. I'll send it to you also, when I get home.
Or did you say the 11th for the hunt or the 12th?
Did I say the 12th? I said the 12th, right?
Yeah.
April 12th.
I heard 12.
Yes.
It's a Saturday.
He's trying to catch me up is what he's trying to do.
It's a Saturday.
At 11.
It's a
Yeah,
Saturday.
April 12th, at 11 a.m. sharp. Don't be late.
Over at 11:02.
Over at 11.
Yeah, we always tell everybody, because one year we had the family show up late, and luckily you had some spare.
We had some spare that were able to get them. So,
Kids were crying when it was all over, you know, say in like 2-3 minutes. Agriculture Advisory Committee, Hal.
Nothing tonight.
Nothing's done. That goes through our committees. Communications are on file. Reports and minutes are on file. And we'll go to resolutions next. First resolution is to purchase parts for various PRV vaults for emergency repairs. Move. Motion by Steve, second by Ron. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Who's the resolution authorizing the supervisor to sign a lease for the Pitney Bowes postage machine at the Water and Sewer Department?
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. And again, this is a new lease and a new piece of equipment for the postage at the Water and Sewer. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Recent resolution authorizing the Highway Park Superintendent to purchase a 2025 Ford F-150 XLT Super Crew.
Second.
Motion by Ron, second by Mike. Estimated at $52,974. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Board's resolution acknowledging the attendance of Deputy Town Clerk Sarah Submitting up to the Town Clerks Association in Syracuse.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. Any questions there? All in favor?
Aye.
Advisory resolution authorizing acceptance of the monthly report of the supervisor for February 2025.
So.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. All in favor?
Aye.
Six, resolution authorizing a budget amendment in the lighting fund for Farmington.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Nate. It's $2,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Seven is a resolution authorizing a final release in the total amount of $86,033.09. This is a letter of credit for Hathaway's Corners Apartment Project Phase 2B.
So.
Second.
And that's the final payment out. All 88 apartments are complete. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Each resolution to approve the purchase or installation of OBIC multi-layer system for a manhole at 44 Barkham Dune Rise in Victor. So,
Second.
motion by Ron, second by Nate. And this is a manhole that we found definitely needed repairs on the inside of it. There's probably be more this year. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Ninth resolution appointing Ralph Bacino to the zoning board of appeals for a term ending December 31st, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. And then Ralph, this will go again for repeat for like another 4 or 5 years.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next one. Resolution, we're rescheduling a couple of town board meetings.
So moved.
Motion by Mike, second by Steve. So our next meeting in March will be on Wednesday, the 26th. And then our normal meeting, June 24th, is also the primary day for election. So we'll do that meeting also on Wednesday, June 25th. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The other change might be in May for the Board of Assessment Review, because it's always the fourth Tuesday of the month. Donna's doing a reassessment this year, so she might have more people than the conference room can handle. So as we get closer to that, we may have to move that board meeting also.
Should we have it downstairs by then?
Hopefully, yes.
Then.
Yes. Nice to have it in the old courtroom area downstairs, which is gonna be a training room for us. Number 11 is abstract 5 to pay the bills. General fund, $96,682.27. Highway fund, $8,877.59. Sidewalk capital project, $240,776.75. Water tank repair, $7,111.69. Storm drainage, $1,312.34. Lighting district, $8,696. Sewer district, $109,909.55. Water district, $26,226.14. Payroll deductions, $76.34. For a total abstract to pay the bills, $499,668.67. Motion, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. Any questions, comments, extensions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we have no training tonight under $100. We do have one waiver of the rule and objections. Hearing none, the waiver of the rules, the resolution authorizing the advertisement for bids of the Cranberry Drive reconstruction, which is in Farmington.
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Ron. This is a total rebuild of the road, including the water line. The sewer lines are in good shape. So the bid date for that will be Tuesday, April 15th at 2 P M. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, I don't have anything else, I'm just taking more time, any public concerns? To bring to the board at this time? Hearing none, we'll need a resolution to go into executive session for 2 items, discussion regarding proposed pending and current litigation. Also, medical, financial, credit, or employment history of a particular person or corporation on matters legal for the appointment, employment, promotion, discipline, suspension, dismissal, or removal of a particular person or corporation. So.
Second.
Motion by Nate, second by Mike. All in favor of going into executive session?
Aye.
Aye. All right, probably be about 20 minutes, so Michelle will. But you know, when we come out and do that information in the morning. Thank you, everybody, for attending. Welcome to the zoning board, right?